Hello and welcome to the video tutorial on how to use Google Hangouts on Air for student group presentations and or discussions. My name is Greg Steinke. I'm the media specialist for the College of Continuing Education, and I'm here to help you walk through that process on creating a Google Hangouts on Air event. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My information will be on the guide where you got this video. So to get started here, I'm going to go through a number of things. So it's really important that you watch this entire video and maybe take some notes on certain things with setting up Google Hangouts on Air. And if you don't watch the entire video, you're going to miss something, and you're going to find out that you wish you had watched the entire video. So what we're going to cover in this video are a number of things. First, we're going to set you up with your U of M YouTube channel. So everyone, or most everyone at the University of Minnesota have the ability to create a U of M YouTube page, your personal U of M YouTube channel, I should say. Secondly, you'll need to verify your YouTube channel. So what that basically means is you send in your phone number to YouTube, Google, and they will send you back a 6-digit code. And that really means that you can use that code then to verify your YouTube channel, which opens up the ability to upload videos longer than 15 minutes, and also it allows you to create Google Hangout on Air events. So it's unfortunate that you have to do that, but it is something that you have to do. You have to verify your YouTube channel in order to create Google Hangout on Air events. Then we'll go ahead and create a Google Hangout on Air. We'll invite a group member to the event. I'll show you how to do that. We'll record the event, and then we'll share the video with the instructor, with the class. So let's get started. Okay, now we can go ahead and start with the tutorial. We can go ahead and create our U of M personal YouTube channel. So to do that, I'm in my mail. So I just go to mail.umn.edu and I log into mail. And once you're in your Gmail, your university Gmail account, you can go ahead and click on this grid icon, and that'll take you to all the Google apps for education that you have access to. So then if you scroll down, or if you click more, here's YouTube. So let's go ahead and click on that. And now there's a bunch of stuff. We're on YouTube now, and now just click on the sign in button. Okay, so it shows that we're signed in. We have our little profile image up here. You might not have a profile image. You might have some kind of generic blue icon or something like that, but that's fine. So now what I need to do is just click on my profile icon and go to Creator Studio. All right, so now it says here you must create a channel to upload videos. So let's just click on this link to create our channel. And then this message comes up, and it's really part of Google Plus. So every time you create a YouTube channel, you get a corresponding Google Plus page with that, which you can use or decide not to use, whatever you want to do. And then you can just choose, I'm just going to decline to do any of that. I understand this here, and I'm just gonna hit continue. And then we should be set up. So now we're set up. So now we're set up with our course YouTube channel. So next, what we need to do is to enable live streaming. And just to back up a little bit, the main areas in YouTube, when you get to YouTube and you sign in, if you click on your profile icon, Creator Studio is how to access this area in YouTube. So I always click on profile icon and then Creator Studio, and that'll take you to this main area. And then I really just focus on under Video Manager Videos. This is where all your videos will live. And this is new here. This is live streaming. Before, live streaming was up in the Video Manager, but now, just a few days ago, they changed this. So now it's its own category. And that really leads us into our next section on verifying our YouTube account. So to do that, to verify our account, let's click on live streaming and then choose Get Started. So here we go. This is what you have to do to verify your account. So I'm going to have them text me a verification code. And you should have, if you choose automated voice message, you should have your phone handy in case you just want to pick it up and get the 6-digit number. And you should have a pen and paper handy to quickly jot down the 6-digit code. I'm going to choose text verification. All right, so I'll go ahead and paste my number and I'll just click on submit. And then Google should send me a text message immediately after that. All right, so Google sent me the 6-digit code right away, so I just added that and then I'll click on submit. And great, here we are. My account is verified, so that didn't take too long. That wasn't too hard to do. And now I can start to create a Google Hangout on Air event. So I'll just click on continue and then agree to the terms. All right, so now this next part, if it looks at all confusing, we're not going to use under live streaming, stream now, we're not going to use this section. This section is really for advanced YouTubers and we're not going to worry about it. So I want to go to events. I want to create a new live event, aka Google Hangouts on Air. All right, so I'm going to go and click on that button then, create live event. And now I'll title this, and you might want to figure out what your instructor wants, how they want you to title your videos, but it could be the name of the assignment with either your group members' names in here, maybe just the first name and last initial. Or your group number. So I'm going to put in group number here, but I know some classes, or group letter, I know some classes just have 2 people working together, so you might want to just put in, your first name and last initial. I wouldn't put your full name in here, just to try to keep things private, or as private as you can. So now we titled it, and next, we don't want this to be set to public. We want this to be set as unlisted, and these are the privacy settings for YouTube. So public, anyone can see this thing, and we don't want that. Unlisted means only those with the link can view the video, and that's really what we want. So I'll choose unlisted. There's also private there, but private is really kind of too much of a hassle to deal with. So we'll choose unlisted. I use unlisted for like 99% of all the videos I create on YouTube. Works great, and I don't get a bunch of random people watching my videos. So I set it to unlisted. I created the title. Under type, I'm going to keep the quick setting. Use Google plus Hangouts on Air. I'm not going to go into custom and deal with that. I'm just going to keep it simple. For the event time and day, now the group leader could set this up in advance and create an event, and then when it comes time to the event, they would have to go in and start the Hangout on Air. But it almost makes kind of more sense to just create it on the fly. Now you'd have to work with your group and schedule a time when you all want to meet on Google Hangouts on Air, and then it's really up to the leader of the group to go to their YouTube channel and to create the live event, just like I'm doing now, and then to go through this process. So do you really need to set up an advanced time? Not really. I would probably structure it this way, where when it's about time, the group leader goes in and creates the event. So I'm just going to keep this for now, but just know you can schedule it for a time in the future. And if you put an end time, that's okay. If you're in the event, it's not going to shut down on you if you run over that allotted time. Under the advanced settings, I'm just going to do a couple things. Again, I want to keep this as simple as possible. But under promotions, I'm just going to deselect the promotion options. And under category, I'm going to choose education. and then I'll switch back to basic and I'll go live now. So that's it. That's all I have to do. Again, under basic info, I create the title of my event and I choose unlisted. That's all I have to really do here, unless I want to set up a time for this event to start. Then under advanced settings, I just deselect the promotions and keep the category as education. All right, so now I can go live. And it says ready to go, and I'm going to say yes or okay here. Hello. Again, my name is Greg Steinke. I'm the media specialist for the College of Continuing Education, and just let me know if you have any questions on using Google Hangouts on Air. Now, what you see here, the person that created the Google Hangout on Air event will only see these options down here: the Start Broadcast button, the Invite button, and the links here. Everyone else that you invite to this session will not see those options. So keep that in mind. That's really important. Some people get confused. They're like, oh, I can't invite people. Only the group leader, the person that created the Hangout on Air, can start the broadcast and can invite people. So just keep that in mind. Next, the next important thing is audio. So immediately when I jump into a Hangout session or a Google Hangout on Air session like the one here, I'm going to go to this gear icon and I'm going to go to settings. Now this is where I choose my webcam, my microphone, and my speakers. Generally with the speakers I kind of leave alone. That kind of just works itself out. If you have a separate webcam, you'd want to choose it here. For the microphone, generally I would choose my Logitech USB headset because that works wonders, but I can't right now because I'm recording in another tool using this headset for the audio. But if I was going to do a Google Hangout on Air event, I would definitely choose my Logitech USB headset. So this is where you choose your webcam and microphone. And again, another comment on the headset. So this is a Logitech H390. And it's available, I'll put information on here on the video, but it's available through Amazon, I think, for $25 or something like that. So it's a pretty good deal there. I've had this for maybe a couple years and it works great. It's USB plug and play. You plug it in and it sounds great. Apple earbuds were great for students who have Apple or Mac laptops. The Apple earbuds, I don't have them with me right now, but they have a little microphone attached to them, and you just got to watch out that that microphone doesn't hit your collar that often, and just be aware of that. But those work out pretty well too. For people on a PC, you can try your built-in microphone on your laptop, but usually I would definitely recommend a set of a headset like the Logitech H390. It's just going to sound a lot better, and you'll have a better experience in the Google Hangout on Air session. So one other point I want to make is if you hear a lot of echo and feedback coming through the Google Hangout on Air, what you should know is that it'd be great to have either a pair of, like, again, the headset or a pair of headphones. If you're like, oh, I'm just going to get by with using my built-in microphone, great. If it sounds great, great. But you should send audio to your ears with a pair of headphones or a headset. And the reason being is if you don't have a pair of headphones or a headset, then the audio from your built-in speakers will go back into your built-in microphone and cause this echo to happen. So that's why I always try to recommend, a headset, earbuds, or at least headphones. So keep that in mind. Next is I want to invite people. I want to invite people now to my session. So to do that, you can click on this handy dandy invite button here. I tend not to do that at first. I tend to just copy this link up above in the URL field and then send an email to my group member. So I'll just go ahead and send that. I'll just link to Google Hangout on Air, and I'll paste that in. and send it. So now Jill, my colleague, should be able to join the session. You can click on this option as well, and that is basically the same thing. Here's the link, and then you add in their email, and let me see. You add in their email. Oops. And Jill comes up automatically. And if you had multiple, you just add in an email, hit comma, it adds them. Then once you're done, you hit invite, and the invitation is off and running. Now this seems to work half the time, so that's why I say try to use, just copy this URL up here and paste it in an email. It's going to work. There she is. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
So, and everyone, this is Jill Zimmerman. She's an assistant media specialist, and we have our contact information on a lot of the tutorials or on this tutorial. So if you need help with Google Hangouts on Air, just reach out to both of us, and one of us will get back to you as soon as we can. So, thank you. And so that's so Jill, was it easy to connect in the session?
Yeah, just click the link and there it was.
Okay. And that tends to work like 100% of the time. So instead of using the invite option, the invite people option, I just went ahead and copied the URL above and emailed that, and that worked like a charm. So, let me see. One other thing before you leave, Jill, and Jill's not going to be with us too long here in this session, but one thing I do want to show you are a couple other things you can do with Google, your session here. So I showed you how to invite people, how to set up your webcam or microphone, and next I want to show you a couple of the options that we use in Google Hangout on Air sessions all the time. And that those are really these two tools right here. So there's a lot of extra garbage here, and I could probably delete a bunch of these. So the main two are chat and screen share. So chat is great when you first get started with Google Hangouts on Air and you can't hear the other person. You can just chat and say, "Hey, I can't hear you. Did you click on the gear icon to set your audio preferences?" And then they should be able to see that there's a chat there, and then they can communicate that way. So if you can't get audio working right off the bat, that's one option there, is to use chat. And another cool thing is you can put in links to other websites in here too, and it's an easy way to everyone can go to that link immediately. Okay, next thing I want to show you is how to share a presentation. So maybe you are delivering a presentation with a group and somebody needs to, maybe it's your turn to control the presentation. So what you can do then is just click on this option here, the screen share option, and then choose, I tend to choose entire screen, and I'll hit share. And sorry about that mirror effect, and then I can bring up a presentation. So I'm in Google Slides right now, and I can go ahead and hit present, and go ahead throughout my presentation here. And Jill should see my presentation. So Jill, do you see my presentation here?
Yep, looks good.
Okay. One last thing before Jill leaves, and that is since I created the Google Hangout on Air event, I see all these options here: the start broadcast, the invite people, and the links to the live Hangout session. Before you leave, let's start a broadcast now. So when I click on Start Broadcast, and I'll just say OK here. When I say Start Broadcast, it right now it says we're live. So that also means that now I'm recording the session. So don't forget to hit the Start Broadcast button. So once you hit that, it's behind the scenes, it's actually recording the video. And that video, now this is very important, that video will live on my YouTube channel, not anybody else's that's in the group. So just keep that in mind. Whoever creates the Google Hangout on Air session will receive um, that video. It'll end up on their YouTube channel. So it's really that person's responsibility then to share that link to the YouTube video to everyone else. They could do that right away by going down here to links and then clicking on where it says YouTube page, just selecting that and then copying it, and then you could put it in chat right off the bat here. Let me see if this is going to work. And then hit enter. So now everyone can copy that link and they have it so that when we stop the broadcast, we can go and view the video. I could click on this link right now and it would show a delayed version of what's happening right now. So hope that's not too confusing. There's a lot I'm throwing at you. But just know that the person who creates the Google Hangout on Air event is the one who has these options to start the broadcast, to stop the broadcast, to invite people, and to get the link to the actual video file, the recorded video file. So just keep that in mind. So hopefully there's not too much confusion with that. And let's say I'm done, or maybe we made a mistake and I didn't want to start the broadcast right away. I'll hit stop. The thing is, if I hit stop and I wanted to continue on, I can't do that. I'd have to go back and create a whole new Hangout on Air session and then ask people to join it again. So you got one shot when you click on that start broadcast, then you're up and running. And if you mess up, that's fine. There are some YouTube options where you can edit the video. So that's another option for you. But just know once you hit the start broadcast button, you can't pause the live event or the event. You'd have to go back and create a new one if you wanted to start over. So it's really important for you to know to just kind of get a hang of this, to create a Google Hangout on Air session and invite people and walk through things and create a couple of recordings and just see how it goes and get all the quirks figured out. So what we did, I'm the group leader. I shared the link to the YouTube video right here. So now everyone in the group can go and submit that link to the Moodle assignment if they wanted to, or maybe it's just the group leader that does it. But I'm guessing your instructor wants everyone in the group to submit the link to the video. The next part, I'll show you how, as a group leader, how you can download your video and then share it with your other group members. Say that you did a really awesome group presentation, everybody wants a copy of the video, and so you should really download that and share it with them through Google Drive. And I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Jill.
Bye.